Eating cough drops.
Yeah, I like snacking on them.
Yeah, you had like 6.
Yeah,
I have a whole bag in my
I don't know if you should eat that many. I think there's a limit.
There's something in that, right?
Are we live, Marv?
It's Ricola.
Yeah, I think we're like.
All right. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Hopefully the internet is much better now. Marv ended up resetting the router. Unfortunately, I had to cut that stream. So, yeah, let's...
Yeah, I screenshotted them.
Yeah, we screenshotted them. Yeah. All right, so we're going to read the rest of the Super Chats.
All right. Sorry again, y'all. Like the stream if you haven't already. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. We got 5 from Pastor C. It says, do y'all think if Harold formed a council of Saul, Ida, and Yarul, things could have been different? You'd have to listen to them. Like, he might have formed the council. Like, I feel like these people still acted as his wise counsel or whatever, but if you're not listening to them, then you're not really doing anything. So, not making much change. But it'd been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another 2 from Reggie J. Larry D. Emu with crying emojis. Another 5 from Reggie J. And Naruto wants peace narratively. And no, Lawrence, I was waiting on one of the twins to go off. I mean...
On what?
On Naruto.
Yeah, there was a Naruto super chat, I'm guessing. All right. Let's try to get to the next ones. Oh, crap. I feel like there was... Hold on. There we go. Another 5 from Reggie J. It says, Naruto been boxing and handing out belt to ass since 12, and he got conquers, and talk no jutsu is a low percentage versus his fights. He's still going to try it, right? That's still a move.
I honestly don't think Naruto has conquers.
Same.
I kind of agree, but I can see him having it. Another 11 months at Nakama status from Purple D Popcorn. Bakugo jumped Shigaraki with 10 heroes and got 1 shot. Okay, that sounds more accurate to what y'all was talking about with the Shigaraki guy a little earlier.
No, they weren't jumping him at that point when Bakugo started fighting him right before he got 1 shot. Like, they were jumping him, but then they all got kind of put down. So he ended up going off on them.
Okay. I gotta catch up. Another 10 from Reggie J. Oh, I know, with laughing and crying emojis, they don't do streams outside of Mondays. Sometimes they pop up. It's very rare. That's why I've been starting super chatting. Yeah, y'all forcing people to super chat is crazy. Another 3 Australian from Teabag is Law's hate on Naruto is more than Marco. Do you hate Naruto more than you hate Marco?
One, I want to clarify. I don't hate either of them. I'm just disappointed in both of them.
Okay.
And that shows. So it's not hate. I expected more from Marco, him to be at a certain strength and level or whatever. Didn't get it, so I was disappointed. And the same with Naruto. I expected more out of them, so I'm disappointed in them. So they get my criticism of what I believe they should be and what and I show that what I don't appreciate what they're not. So
who are you more disappointed in?
Oh, Naruto.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more of a burden to carry with Naruto in general, right? Like, it's a series as a whole. Marco's one character.
Yeah.
So, another 2 from Christopher M. Yoda versus old Rayleigh. Who you got? Thanks, Anikis. Thank you.
Ray.
I got Ray.
I don't know how strong.
Oda's a beast, but I got Ray.
I'm going with the Force thing because I don't know. Like, is that
Yoda.
Who'd I say?
Odin.
I meant to say Yoda.
Okay.
I know I said Odin.
Right.
My
I
bad.
want to say Rayleigh for now, but I don't know how the Force and stuff in Star Wars works and how much of a beast in that.
Rayleigh got the Force, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Yoda, bro. I'm not gonna.
Are you for real? Yeah, what's with you underestimating like people from One Piece, bro?
You know what it is? I want to go Rayleigh, right? I've also seen some things in these Star Wars video games, yo. They be pulling entire, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Starkiller used to pull stuff from space down into the, like, where he was fighting at.
Who did that?
Well, I guess Fujitora does that. Maybe I got really. Hold
But
on.
I'm saying you're saying it, but is Yoda doing that? That's
Yo,
the thing.
I feel like Starkiller ain't like clearing Yoda easily. Like he's not. You know,
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, no spoilers in the chat. If there's spoilers, I see people typing the word spoilers. Don't spoil. Or is this the spoiler? I don't know. Maybe it is.
I think you're the one spoiling.
Oh, me? From the Starkiller video game? Yeah, hold on. Hold on. This is a non-canon video game from a character that isn't. Whatever. My fault. If I spoiled, my bad, yo. I didn't mean it. All right, and then we got another super chat from Luis Lopez, which I thought was the spoiler. It's a spoiler for me, technically, but I don't care. Reze is the bomb devil?
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they were talking about.
Yeah. Another 5 from Reggie J. We can agree to disagree for now, but I'll bring my Carfax during calls. 100 Cap and Law. I respect what you feeling about Naruto, but come on, dog. With a laughing hashtag toxic. All right, that's all the super chats.
All right, Marv. We're gonna jump into the newest episode, guys. We're gonna live react to the newest episode now. If you haven't liked the video, please just re-like it since it's a new stream. Since your likes only count towards the previous one. I'll probably just post the episode in its entirety again, like as a video, just so we could all have it. And yeah, so you will be able to see the episode on your bottom right. You just won't be able to hear it, and it'll be kind of transparent because copyright issues. So we'll be live reacting starting now. Yeah.
A little bit. It's faint, though. Better.
Yeah, way better.
Oh, they changed the opening? Or maybe they didn't. I don't know. It's been a while.
There you go,
Oh,
Lawrence.
it's the same episode. Okay. I wasn't. Wait, no, that's Luffy.
That's her.
No, that's her.
Okay.
She let us stretch like that?
Yeah, she
Did she do
That's
that?
Nika.
Yeah, she stretched like that.
Oh yeah, she's Nika pretty much though.
She didn't have all that hockey attached to it.
She didn't have hockey, right?
No, I'm pretty sure she had
No, she had regular armament. She didn't have lightning strikes around it though.
Oh yeah.
I like that Luffy created that opening for her.
Yeah, he
Like that.
punched away his legs. Then he followed up with a Gatling.
They punch holes into him if I remember correctly. And then we're never shown that he jumps into the ocean. Like he's not thrown into the ocean. Iceberg. These are cover stories.
He looks so huge, bro.
You know what's interesting about Saturn being defeated the way he was? Rocks couldn't be defeated with holes being punched through him until somebody of Conqueror's Haki could exceed his. So they had to learn like the critical mass Supreme King Haki.
Yeah.
Where Luffy and Bonnie are not using Conqueror's Haki at all and still put holes into old boy. So it just shows he probably doesn't use Conqueror's Haki to defend himself. And you don't need Conqueror's Haki in order to put holes into him. So does that make him a little weaker?
Saturn?
Mm-hmm.
That he wasn't using Conqueror's Haki to defend himself?
Yeah. Do it make him weaker during that moment?
Has to be, yeah.
Because he's been put in many moments.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I listen to, like, is it their conquerors or is it, like, emos? I don't know. I still don't know. I think it's theirs, but, like, I actually don't know.
And you think like they recorded Roger's execution and like they sell it?
What?
Like you could buy it and watch it at home?
There's like a Celestial Flicks.
Yeah. They probably did, bro.
For just to, maybe not for the public, just for them, maybe.
For the public too. Well, maybe now that he inspired the One Piece,
Yeah,
but
exactly,
originally,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Imagine he was like, Samantha.
Was that Chopper's hat? I just blinked.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, just happened. I wonder why Shanks was drinking so much, though. I mean, he always does. So.
Yeah, well, he probably is listening in on what Vegapunk was saying.
But I'm saying, like, what do you know? Because you didn't go to the final island. That's what I'm saying.
Probably whatever Roger told him. Remember, he was on the ship when, like, Odin and him was talking about it. Like, Roger clearly stated Ace was out here probably going to discover the One Piece.
Yeah.
And then Odin was like, yo, we got to open these borders for Joy Boy. Like, they were saying this in front of Shanks.
That's true.
So Shanks must have been like, yo, what are you talking about?
He's still behind that desk, man.
I mean, he's a fleet animal now.
Marv, the TV okay? It keeps blacking. Oh, is it just on your side? Like, is it...
It's happening to us.
Yeah. It's all right. You could just leave it. They gonna show that hidden figure?
Oh, the guy with the sword?
Did they show
Yeah.
Garlic
They showed it
face
already.
before?
Oh, they did?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it was
missed
pretty
it.
quick.
I missed
I
it
missed
too.
it, man.
You see him just do this, like that.
Oh, the screen probably turned black.
Did it look like Shamrock, man? No?
I don't know. Oh, you guys find out apparently? You guys know that Don Cree and Geen are in Philed?
Yeah, we've seen it before. Well, Sebastian mentioned it
Okay.
during that chapter.
Huh? I feel like I would never work at Impel Down, bro.
Mm. Luffy looks so small.
Yeah.
Yo, I got into this debate the other day on the Discord as to whether Luffy's shredded or not.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all think Luffy's shredded?
Yeah.
He has like a six
no-
pack.
Yeah, for sure. Now.
I feel like in the realm of One Piece, I don't consider him shredded just because of what people do look like. Does that make sense?
I guess, but like, man, when Luffy flexes and stuff, like, you see how broad he is.
Mm.
What did he even say?
Nothing.
Yeah.
He's got to rally the troops, man.
This is how people were loving Michael Jackson.
Mm. If it doesn't exceed my expectations, that's messed up.
It said Joy Boy is his.
Yeah, it said is his.
I didn't read that in the manga last time.
Yeah.
What did it say last time?
Oh no.
Yeah, I gotta compare that.
Yeah.
Because that's different wording entirely.
And now you're gonna think other things.
Didn't you used to have the speech all written out once?
I do. I guess I could go to that. That might be easier.
Joy Boy is his? Maybe I'm just losing my memory, but I don't remember.
I don't remember
the
being
wording
worded that way.
being
Yeah,
said.
I'll be honest.
Because it doesn't sound like he was talking about anything. He just randomly says Joy Boy is his.
Yo, King Peasant, you too funny. Why Crocodile point down like that? Come on, man. It's terrible. Get.
Yeah.
It says Joy Boy is his randomly though. What are the lines before that?
That is the simple truth. Simply the truth. Joy Boy is his. And then it cuts out.
But what was he
Ancestor,
saying
maybe?
before that? That led him to say that Joe Boy is his. Because that's ending something that he said something in the beginning.
It says there's no stopping the tide. The fate of the world now rests in the hands of the one who find it. The person who lays claim to the One Piece. That is simply the truth. Joy Boy is his.
It could be talking about Davy.
It could be his name. You know what I'm saying? Like, the one who finds the One Piece, Joy Boy is his name or whatever. I don't know.
Nah, it can't be that.
Like, damn, Saturday, you got done up, man.
Rose, can you send me that?
The speech?
Yeah.
Right now?
When you get a chance.
This dude really walking on air, bro. Like a reindeer.
That would have been Krillin.
No, it wouldn't have. Krillin wouldn't have cared, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy, Laura.
No, Krillin. I mean,
That's
Krillin
crazy.
is a coward.
Yo, Krillin's fought stronger stuff than this, bro. He's just gonna
Even
cry.
in the episode I was watching with
So
Super,
disrespectful.
when Frieza rolled up with his army and it was like these people, Krillin was shook of them, and Master Roshi had to tell him, "Dude, you could beat this guy in a fight.
I feel
Why are you
you.
scared of him?"
I feel you. I just don't think he gonna be crying. Like,
I'll tell you right now.
I didn't expect it to be his voice.
Makes you think, can Emmett be Domi Reversied? And can Zunisha be Domi Reversied too?
I wouldn't doubt it. I think that they could be. with the information we have now that means something or changes something.
Mm.
But I wonder what king they were talking about, because
You know what's crazy? The Gorosei keep getting bigger. Because I remember they were the same size as Emmett.
Yeah, he's towering over Emmett.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
did he feel it, and that's why he shook?
Didn't they show the flashback first?
Holy.
Or they show the flashback afterwards?
Oh my god. Luffy's like, what the hell is that?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Oh, the eye thing.
Oh, I think about that, but now
No, it just happened.
for Luffy.
Yeah.
She was a kid when she got knocked out.
Yeah. See, we're not seeing foam coming out the mouth.
So here's my thing with this. How does he determine who can and can't?
Get knocked out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I-
Joy Boy, like you would just have to be able to withstand this.
No, it's the intent.
But
Honestly, I think it goes into inherited will.
I don't know if it's inherited will.
Like I'm talking about, like it's not gonna respond to people who have, like it's not gonna knock you out if you have somewhat an inherited will similar to, like the will that's being leashed out.
mm-hmm.
Maybe it's if your will opposes mine.
Yeah.
I think that's more likely.
That actually makes sense. 'Cause I always thought that too.
Look at Warcreon is on all fours.
Mm-mm.
Can you go back, Marv? My bad. You spoke when Emu was speaking. Mm. It's much more interesting. Anime helps you. Maybe this is just me, but it helped me visualize that Emu can feel what the others feel.
Mm.
I don't think Joe Boy's hockey reached Mary Joa,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I do
would say-
believe the fact that like the Gorosei were affected and the power was negated.
Yeah.
Joy Boy felt it because Emu felt it because Emu has lent their powers to them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like still there's a connection between Emu and the Gorosei.
Yeah.
There's like a string, and Joy Boy was like, "Nah, that string is cut."
They say Emu sounded like a Black Ops 2 zombie. It's true. Type Krillin be saying after the fight. Stop. No, you ain't put in no work.
Right.
Yeah, it has to be opposing wills. Your will has to be similar because then Nami would have been knocked out, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Nami, Usopp.
Exactly.
Got you limping out here?
Yeah, he's even limping. This is what I'm saying. I think I don't want to sound too crazy here, but I think that the covenants themselves have completely, if not disappeared. I would say you would have to like reattach the covenant or like no, because that doesn't make sense because Saturn literally passes away through Emo taking the power back. No, that doesn't make sense.
Oh, I see it now. It's different. Like when you see it, it says Joy Boy is ... his. So
Yeah. So it's different.
So it's something.
Yeah,
there's
that's what I
something
was
being
saying.
said in
Yes.
between that.
Yes.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on, play it back, Marv. My bad. Joy Boy doesn't have one leg.
Yeah, I was trying to find it if I saw a peg leg in there. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. You could stop it. Thanks, Marv. All right, let's go around the table. Let's talk about our thoughts and ratings. Who wants to go first? Anybody?
I can go. I thought it was cool. I enjoyed the episode. It was cool to watch it again in general. I really liked the beginning of the episode where they were going around the horn to kind of go through all of the people's reactions. I like seeing like Buggy. I like seeing like Crocodile and them, their reactions. I like seeing all the people across the world. I always like when they do that in One Piece. And then I really like seeing Bonnie hook off. I thought that was cool. I didn't know that we were going to get that in this episode, so it was like an added little bonus for me that we got that too. Other than that, like, episode's kind of cool. I feel like I would have liked to have been already watching through the Vegapunk message to get to the point where it gets cut out. That piece of us, like, trying to scramble to remember what was said, like, I would have probably already had that locked in. That's on us, just kind of not doing the research, not doing the legwork. But overall, I thought it was cool. I was hyped to see it. Is it weird that I was somehow, at least with the visual of it, not as impressed as I thought I was going to be with the hockey explosion?
Why not?
I don't know.
Like, what?
I don't know. I thought it looked cool. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I felt like I wanted more from that. Maybe the sound effects weren't strong enough. Maybe my expectations were just too high. But I don't know. Maybe I even thought it was gonna hit Emu. You know what I'm saying? Like in the flower room or something. But I was like, oh, that's cool. I saw the sky splitting. I thought that was dope. I liked them panning to all the Marines like getting knocked out. I thought that was really dope. But I don't know. Maybe the visual or the sound just was off for me in the sense of like how impactful it seemed. And then Joy Boy's voice, it reminded me of Luffy. I think it is like the original Luffy voice actor. I think they said like the voice actor from the OVA from years ago. So I don't know. That's kind of interesting. I don't have any strong feelings on that, but I don't know. Emmett reminded me of like a Chopper. I know everybody says he's Frankie, but the way that he speaks to Chopper reminds me of Chopper more than anything. And some of the other stuff in the episode was a little weird. Like I thought this Juro running was taking a little long, and like Zoro reacting to it all felt like, yo, it's kind of taking a while. But no, I'd say if I had to give it a rating, I'd give it an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thought it was good.
You know, it's no. Who wants to go? Lionel?
Sorry. I'm not gonna. I kind of not fully agree with Sebastian, but like I feel like the hockey blast, what they're kind of showing, compared to other ones, like they did a good job, but I always thought like it was more forceful in the manga.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know, I'm not. It's different because it wasn't a hockey clash, but like when you see other like you know other times people use hockey and the way they did it, I feel like it was, I don't know, it was different. And that's how I'm like, because in the manga it looked so powerful. Like I would just say, yo, this is crazy. In the show, it was like you kind of got that, but there's some things that to me a little bit were lacking, a little bit. And like you said, like to me it's actually more of the impact of the powerfulness of the hockey. I feel like it should have been stronger more.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's my thing. Like I think it should have been like not a blast, but like because in a way because they kind of did it. They did the build up thing. But like the way, I guess the visual how they did it, because like if you look at the manga, it's like it look he did it, then you see little sparks, and you see this like it was already getting emitted. Then I don't know, and you just see it, she gets shot out. Like it's right there, then it gets shot out. While the anime was like it looked cool when they did the circle thing, whatever. But the shot out is of like you know because how Oda draws things, he draws like the island far away and the hockey just getting burst out at that moment. You see it like full view, like oh, then you're seeing everybody getting knocking out and it's reaching everybody. Like even this part, like when you see the Gorosei, it looks like they got like forced out, like you know, because the way they did the visual, like them like this, like slow motion or whatever. To me, like no, the hockey looked like they got blasted out. Like if it sent them flying out, blasted out.
So you guys are upset with the direction and
Yes.
the tone of this Conqueror's hockey blast. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see where that's coming from.
Because like you see them like they're like getting pushed back. I didn't really get them getting pushed back in the anime. Mm-hmm. Like that's how I always thought the anime. I mean the manga. They made the hockey blast with Joe so powerful.
Yeah.
But the way they did, I mean, it still looked powerful, but the way they did it wasn't. I don't know. Wasn't as impact as I thought it was compared to the manga.
Okay.
And basketball, you know, Joe Boy's voice. So I'm not sure how with the voice because it's a silhouette, so I don't know what he actually looks like. Like so, and losing the voices are on par or on point in the anime. I haven't really got really upset with people's voices like that, to my knowledge. The only one I actually thought I didn't agree with was Odin's actually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if anybody else. To my knowledge, I can't think of any right now, but like, so again, I can't say anything on Joe Boy's voice because maybe, I don't know, I didn't expect it to be like that though. I thought maybe a little more of a little bit deeper voice, a little bit, but not really, because I don't know what he looks like. Just a silhouette, and voices change, so. But yeah, I don't really have much here. The pacing was okay. I mean, the little things like, I don't really have that much, honestly.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Law?
Yeah, so I actually agree with a few things Sebastian was saying too, and what Lionel was saying. The whole show, like the episode was, I liked it, and I think I would have been, like Sebastian bring out, more captured or more in tune with it if I was watching all the way up to this point. So because of that, I feel like my appreciation for what's happening, the build up to this moment, was a little down, especially if we're going to compare how we were reading in the manga. We were reading chapter after chapter till this moment. So now it's like, all right, we're going on the back end because we've seen this already, but not how the anime does it. But again, we weren't watching till this moment. Mm-hmm. So it kind of took away a little bit of the effect of what it could have been. Right? And I noticed what Lana was talking about, for example, with the hockey burst. For this one, it looked like more like the lightning or whatever that they're showing. It looked strong and looked powerful because like even I'm noticing too, Otis having hockey is able to change the weather. affect the weather and change the weather. Because I don't know if you guys peeped it before, even on God Valley, it wasn't raining before, but you kept showing the lightning hitting the atmosphere, hitting the sky, then it starts downpouring for their fight. So their hockey seems like it caused the rain to happen. We see here with doing the clouds and then the pushing of the waves and everything, how hockey's doing it. But the way we always were introduced to Conqueror's hockey, it almost like it hits you, like the power. It didn't just pass through you got knocked out. Because even the way they're falling seems kind of like I'm gently falling from it passed through me. But before it was it hit you and you're and then you kind of got knocked out by it. So the force seems stronger. How we were originally introduced to Conqueror's hockey versus now. So I think that's why Lionel's saying it feels a little different the way it's reacting. But I still say it showed strong in that aspect because the way it was doing. And for the Gorosei members, it's different to tell. It's hard to tell in the manga, but it was almost like it caught them in the air. Because if you look at the panels, you have Zoro and Nearest Geno literally they're about to clash blades.
Mm-hmm.
You see them grabbing the sword, they're about to do attack, and then the hockey comes and kind of stops him in his tracks, and then kind of even throws him off balance where he's not even holding his blade anymore. He's just yo, what is going on with me? And pushes them back. So it's a little different because to the situation. I guess we kind of missed because we weren't keeping up with it. If you're reading the manga, it shows how much the ship, and then we're backed into a corner. They're in the air. They're falling to a bunch of Marines. You have all the Gorosei members coming at the same time to eat the ship or take on the ship, and you have Emmett standing in a sea of flames. So the point of here is all right, last minute. You're the peak of what's about to happen.
The desperation.
Desperation, yeah. Everything's going wrong right now. How do you get out of this? And boom, this hockey saves them, right? I didn't really get that feel because we haven't been watching this point. Because of that, I feel it took away from the episode for me a little bit because of that point. But that's not the episode's fault. That's our fault for not watching. But we were able to get that fully shown through the manga. I feel like the anime didn't really showcase it, but it didn't really have it stand out the way it did to us in the manga. It did. But besides that, I enjoyed the again, every time I'm watching this, it makes me think I want to start watching the episodes again, and I'm going to do it because I called up the Egghead. I'm gonna go back to the beginning and watch it again so I can really fully appreciate it better. But rating wise, I'd probably rate it about a 7 for me.
Yeah,
that's high for Lawrence.
Yeah, it's high for Lawrence.
That's
the high for this.
Lionel said yeah.
I thought you was about to be 5.
No, it was. I think because even that king aspect, what I said earlier. With the information we know now, we know that Davy Jones was king, and we were trying to figure out if it was king of the world or king of the ancient kingdom, right? But then you have Emma saying, to make you king, right? I failed to make you king. So, king of what? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Was he going to inherit the king from Davy Jones? Was it take it from Davy Jones? What was going on? What is Joy Boy's and Davy Jones's relationship towards each other? Were they friends, brothers? Father, son, what is it? Because were you king? Were you next in line for the king or what? Or you're a king of a different kingdom? What is going on with it? So that right there. And then also, too, Lara brought up the whole thing. What was missing about that is they didn't show it so much in here, but in the anime, you see the dot that's saying, all right, something else was said, then his, and then something else was said. So we're missing at least 2 to 3 words or a full sentence in that. But what happened?
They trolling you on giving a 7 because that's got to be an 11 then. 7's for laws and normal person's 9.5.
No, I appreciate the episode, but yeah.
When I was watching it, I thought it was great. I'm gonna be honest. I thought the episode was about an 8.3, 8.4. The pacing does happen. Lionel was actually searching up the chapters, so I kind of lied on. Yeah. So the chapters in total, it's 2 chapters. So it's 11:21 and 11:22, and they combine those chapters. When we were watching the episode, did they mention anything about Shanks' hockey with Dorian Broggy?
That was the one thing I was trying to find too, and I might have missed it.
It didn't happen?
I didn't keep that.
Okay, so I didn't catch that. All right, so they're leaving that to the next episode so they could hype up Shanks. Mm-hmm. I kind of like this episode a lot. To be honest, I thought it was really good. I don't have the same quarrels as you guys regarding Joy Boy's hockey because when I looked at it for what it was, and I didn't think much of it because of what happened. I just thought literally it's a hockey explosion from a knot. not from the actual person.
True.
And this Haki knot happens to send the Gorosei back. And Emu can feel it because Emu's tied to the Gorosei and they're out of their forms and they got sent all the way back, right? Like, that's how I took it. It looked good, but I do see what you guys are talking about. When we do look at the manga, it does look like they just explode backwards. So you expect some type of speed.
Yeah.
No slow motion.
Exactly.
Okay, so I get that aspect. Even though I could see it going both ways, I think both ways of slow motion and fast impact is still fire to me. So either way, I thought it was good. I thought it was really good when it was first starting out. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
I love the fact that like Emmett pushes his chest and then this Haki knot is able to be pulled. That was dope because I didn't think much about that in the manga. But as he's pulling it, the water around the island starts separating itself and the waves start to come in. And I was like, yo, that didn't happen in manga. That's fire.
Yeah.
I just love the scope of them looking down at the island while it was happening. And then you see the monstrosities of the Gorosei just like hovering over Emmons. It's like, yo, he looks so small now compared to how big they actually are. And then all of a sudden they get blown completely back. I thought that was fire. And then the also when the lightning was going across the ships on the Marines.
That was my favorite part.
Yes.
And the Marines weren't even looking. And they just like started falling. That was fire. So I thought that was really dope. I think my only quarrel was Bonnie having this lightning conquerors Haki behind her attack or whatever Haki that was, because now people think she got conquerors Haki. And I hate when the anime does that because it's like, yo, Jinbei has Conqueror's Haki. Yo, Bonnie has Conqueror's Haki. Yo, Kobe has Conqueror's Haki. Yo, Blackbeard versus Law, Blackbeard has Conqueror's Haki. Yo, it's just like, yo, now everything's Conqueror's Haki.
Yeah.
I do think that there needs to be some distinction in the anime for what and what isn't in regards to that category, especially since it's going to be such an important detail moving forward in the story. So you can't mix that up when it comes to the anime. That's my only complaint. But I was satisfied in seeing Joy Boy and the flashback with Emmett. I like seeing that he didn't have a peg leg. That was like the huge talking point for like months. He has a peg leg. He has one leg. Yada, yada, yada. I was like, all right, whatever. Like, he doesn't have a peg leg. I loved his voice acting. Yeah. I love that he sounded sort of like Luffy. I mean, I get it. We don't want people to be the same people from the past to the present. But I did like it. I did enjoy it. I did search up the Luffy eye aspect.
Yeah, somebody sent it to us.
It's basically just the sun in his eye. That was cool. So, what else can I say? I thought Joy Boy's hat looked like a sombrero.
Is Joy Boy Mexican?
It looked very flimsy, so I wonder what kind of straw hat he did have. And then the size difference does make you think. That was a big talking point. Like, is he a giant? Is he not a giant? Could he be a giant in comparison to how big Emmett is?
I know
he could. He may be a giant. He may be a giant, but there's still no proof, bro. There's still no proof.
Emmett huge, man.
Emmett is a big guy.
I know he towered over the Giants.
Yeah, right?
But, like, I don't think it was that much of a difference, was it?
I have to see.
Yeah, you have to go back. I think the size comparison pause is kind of crazy. But I really like this episode, man. I can't front. I really like this episode. I was really looking forward to what Dari and Bragi were going to say regarding the aspect of Haki.
Yeah, that's probably next episode.
So, I don't know if I brought this up during the manga chapter when we were discussing it, 11/22, when the Haki knot went off. I'm starting to feel like there's so many more connections to Joy Boy's adventure than there ever was before. And it's like specifically with this Haki knot. We've only saw something very similar to a Haki knot when it came to the island of Wedria. And when Nami got sent there after Kuma sent her there after Sabaody Archipelago, and she got introduced to the wind knot by Herodes. And Herodes was like, well, this is a wind knot. If you pull the first knot, it'll give you a light breeze. If you pull the second one, it'll give you a stronger breeze. If you pull the third one, all three of them together, it gives you a squall. And then it just blew her over. And it makes me think like, so let's say like they're,
You
whether
think that was the first one?
What, like the first technology?
No, like that was Joy Boy in that first knot, and he could have did like 3, and like did you know what I'm saying?
Like a super hockey blast?
Yeah. My bad, I interrupted.
No.
That's what you made me think just now.
No,
like,
I think that I was gonna actually lead into that. I think that it's very much. It might sound crazy, but I think it. I don't think it would act according to a wind knot, but I think the general concept of wind knots were actually used for hockey knots.
Okay.
For people who didn't have hockey.
Okay.
Who can combat forces that they just weren't able to. So this might have been a technology of the past that was given out to others. So it goes back to like what Vegapunk was saying, like this ancient energy. He wants it to be everywhere so people could just use it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if like the ancient energy was hockey, because we've said that before. And Lawrence even said it earlier, like hockey is in everything from what Rayleigh stated. So if you're able to utilize it to some degree, then perfect, right? But it does connect Joy Boy, if it is true that Joy Boy was using Weatheria's technology, to him being friends also with Weatheria.
Mm-hmm.
Now this isn't the first island, right? There's Weatheria, there's Zunisha and Zoe, right? There's also Elbaf to some degree, and then we have the denizens of Fishman Island who created the Noah, who could possibly be Galila giants if they were living there, and then you also have Water 7. You also have like all like Alabasta. There's just like you're starting to see Joy Boy's clear signs of involvement throughout these islands and how their technologies are spread amongst each other if they are connecting to each other, because it just makes sense to me.
It's funny. So I don't have a theory specifically dedicated to this, but how do I say this? And it's probably not the case, because it seems as though the world has been flooded, so he wouldn't have been able to go on along the same path that Luffy had been on. Like, these islands that survived the flooding or whatever, do you think Joy Boy started his journey in the Ancient Kingdom, or he made it to the Ancient Kingdom from Logtown, in the same way like Luffy and Roger, like from East Blue? Like, he ended up getting to the Ancient Kingdom, or do you think he's from the Ancient Kingdom?
I think he might be just from the Ancient Kingdom. All right, so let's put in real world aspects, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here on Earth, we have Antarcticas, we have the poles and stuff like that. We have glaciers, we have icebergs, all that stuff, right? But the water is the planet is still covered like 75% by water, right? If the polar ice caps just melted, how much land would there truly be amongst us? There would probably be like less than like 5%, just like theoretic, from me guessing, less than 5% of the world, right, would be land. So for me, that's kind of, let's just say that's what happened in the One Piece world. I would say that there was still a possibility for people to sail, they just weren't pirates. So it's like, I'm pretty sure they were still using the possibility of sailing amongst each other.
It's not in that way.
Yeah, the pirate aspect probably comes with a certain mentality. So you become the first pirate because you choose to do something that other sailors, I guess, wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah.
So there always happened to be some type of sailing.
And that probably has to go to like...
Because the Fishman Island wouldn't exist. Shirahoshi wouldn't exist. Sea Kings wouldn't exist. Like, these are monsters that live in the ocean. I don't think that they just happen to appear giant just because...
Yeah.
The water happened to rise, right? That's not enough time for the Earth's atmosphere to change so drastically that there's an increase in size for animals. Like, it took millions of years in order for bugs to become as small as they are because of the oxygen levels that no longer exist that were supporting them to be that large. So that's what they said, like when the oxygen levels like dissipated, I forgot how it was, but it said something about oxygen levels dissipating to a certain level, therefore the animals weren't as big as they were before. So they're very small now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And there's just not enough time. But yo, he been around, bro. And the crazy thing too is, like, you remember I told you I think the Galila giants created Pluton. They were cool with Wano, which is why Pluton is there in Wano. That's why the poneglyphs are made in Wano, because Nefertari Lily was also cool with
Did
them.
you mention Alabasta?
Yeah, I said
Okay.
Alabasta earlier. So it makes me think too, Wedria and Anel being in Skypiea and having this ship to create a certain technology in order to create this massive bomb of energy to destroy islands has always been very similar to what possibly could be Uranus too, right? And they're all about weather. So if it happens to be a ship in the sky, then you could probably say that when Joy Boy was creating these weapons, Shirahoshi or Poseidon of that time was already an ancient weapon, so he didn't have to make that. He just had to be friends with her, right? But Pluton had to be made and Uranus had to be made. And if anybody is going to have connection to both of these things, if he's cool with Wedria and the Birkins, then the Birkins are probably the ancient creators of Uranus. Which is where he got the weather not idea from. So,
Possible, yeah, it's very possible.
and then the Galilei Giants came from Elbaf and created Pluton for them. So it's like, yo, why did he create these weapons? So now we have a force that's creating these monstrous weapons, and we're saying to ourselves, is this okay? Do we need this? If I have somebody like Caesar in the 20 Ancient Alliance, and they're not as good as the Vegapunk of that time, whatever, because I assume the Vegapunk of that time is on the Ancient Kingdom side, since they were on the moon and the moon is created to the Birkins. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's starting to connect. So it's saying to myself, like, if there's somebody on Caesar Clown level where they could, like, actually say, well, you know, this weapon could actually cause the ocean levels to rise 200 meters. And that's 600 feet. And it's like, yo, it'd destroy most of the world if this person does this. And they're like, yo, F this, yo. I'm not... You building weapons? I thought you were a pirate. Yo, we gotta take them out, dog. And then that's where it comes to Vegapunk saying, yo, I don't know who was right. That's up for y'all to decide. But let's be honest, if we're a country and there's another country way more sophisticated than us, has more control than us, and they build a nuke, necessarily we're gonna be at a disadvantage if they ever demanded something because their leader happens to be some evil dictator and it's not you, right? You got vacuumed out. You're the good person. You're King Riku. You're the Riku family. And all of a sudden, a Doflamingo character comes back. Takes over your kingdom. And now they have 3 ancient weapons that could just destroy anybody as they wish because you're not going to live forever. Do we allow the world to have you have access or build these weapons and have us exist harmoniously? No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And that's where it comes to, like, Tom also saying, well, weapons, Frankie, the ships you build aren't necessarily weapons, it's how you use them. Ships can't be good or evil. Whatever, right? Okay. Then we have to depend on the people who are using those ancient weapons. So you building this weapon, like Vegapunk built the Mother Flame, can use it irresponsibly. Therefore, that person who created it has now apologized because he sent the world up 3 more feet.
I mean, yeah.
Damn.
But it goes into, like, intentions, like you were saying. From what we can tell with Joy Boy, because I actually wanted to bring that out, because Joy Boy thought about using the knot. If I'm not mistaken, he said he's the most strongest hockey, right? But he also goes to, like, when to use it for Emmett. Wasn't it for not necessarily Emmett itself, but protecting others? You know? So if Joy Boy has that mindset where, like, and that's what we hear from Vegapunk too, that the ancient kingdom's weapons are Joy Boy's weapons, right? Or an attempt for use for others, it's kind of hinting towards, like, a good nature, right? Where you have Emu, like you said, Vegapunk created the Mother Flame for good intentions, but Emu wants to use it for bad intentions, you know? So I think a lot of it you could still view it as the potential danger for it as an, all right, yeah, but, like, it could be used anytime for evil, right? But the person who's originally creating it or using these things, no, it's meant for good. It's a possibility to be used in a bad way, but I'm not trying to, and the people I'm trying to give it to are trying to use it for their benefit. But yes, if you're scared of, like, no, but it's a danger because of the potential of harm it could do, it's because that's what he's thinking, like Emo or whatever. But that's also how Emo in a way wants to use it. But he's thinking, right, if I want it can be used against me, then that's also Emo's thought, right? He's like, all right, But if they want to use it against me, because I'm thinking evil thoughts, it can be. But ultimately, for what I can tell, is most of the stuff was like, even like Shirahoshi, she's an ancient weapon, but look at her nature. She's very docile, innocent, like good-natured, like ancient weapon, you know. So it's just interesting for that aspect.
And it makes you think about like the concept of fear, and like how fear controls probably even the good-willed in order to do something evil. And it's not like it's not. I don't want to say it's not intentional, but I think that if fear can cause such worry because it's the lack of knowledge or the lack of confidence that a certain situation won't happen, then they take up arms and become that very fear themselves. Therefore, they don't have anything to fear. So fear is in control of them. So like, it just makes you think that even if these weapons were created in good intention, that doesn't mean should they. I think the question is coming to like, should they exist? Period. Should the Mother Flame exist? Period. Because if Emu is now using Uranus that was built out of good intention, now we see the bad intention. So if the weapon never existed in the first place, is the world better off?
It's for the people to decide, right, with their actions.
So I guess it's more like, all right, do you get rid of like Emu, or do you get rid of the weapon?
Exactly. That's the perfect question, actually.
Yeah.
Do we get rid of Emu or do we get rid of the weapon?
Yeah, because technically the weapon can be used to do something else. It's just this person's utilizing it in a way that's harmful to others. So
put it this way too, right? So it's like, what if Joy Boy's decision was like, yo, I could take out Emu right now, or I could destroy the weapon, and they were like, yo, I probably rather just, I think people should exist and weapons should exist, even though it's not a weapon. It's probably called something else. So then Emu's like, yo, I don't see it that way. So I'm gonna suppress the fisherman because Poseidon probably comes from this person, right? Like they're supposed to be a mermaid. Like if I know of it, then I have to get rid of it. And then sure, Poseidon goes, oh, let me build the calm belt. Like fish, so your reach doesn't reach other places so easily. So they're like, yo, in order to get around that, I have to build these wolf bridges to get from place to place. I don't know. I feel like Oda's clearly sending a message of, is it free will or do you suppress free will? Because ultimately, with free will, you're going to get imperfection. You're going to get people that are going to do evil deeds. Yeah. So how do we stop that? You don't. And maybe that's the whole idea of the sun and the moon. Maybe they're supposed to exist simultaneously. Good and bad, right? Like you're like good and evil. Like the sun has to come up, the moon has to come up. So there's gonna be times of strife. There's gonna be times of, pleasure. Like you just have to accept that the story isn't about who's right or wrong. It's about what the time requires.
I wonder if that changed the aspect of, like, for example, why are they called the weapons? Like, who named them weapons? Like, was it Joy Boy that named the weapons, or was it Emu that named them weapons?
The same way how
people dealing with them.
Yeah.
Exactly, or the same way how the world government named devil fruits.
Right. Exactly. Like, what if you're calling them devils because that's the image you want to portray to them, to the world, right?
Yeah.
But they weren't originally meant to be named or viewed that way.
It's a brainwash.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's a global brainwash.
Right.
We gonna see. What was your rating on the episode? You said 8.3?
It's like 8.5. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody was like, what's the 8.3, Larry? I was like, yeah.
Sorry it took so long.
Nah, you good.
It just had my mind going. And it's so crazy because it also leads me to believe, this is what I wanted to bring up, that 20-second theory I had. Yo, so I was going over the unsolved mysteries of the world in One Piece, and as I was glossing over it, I came across Vander Decken, and I've mentioned the Vander Decken story so many times, but I started to believe that Vander Decken actually came from the world government as a holy knight. I believe that however many hundreds of years ago, Vander Decken was sailing on a ship whatever his crew he had was sort of like Shanks, right? And he suddenly went mad. There was no reason. He went mad, threw all of his crew overboard. And then he went to Fishman Island in order to search for Poseidon because he believed Poseidon existed. So, like, let's say this is like a person that existed 800 to 900 years ago during the Void Century, whatever, right? And then he passes away on Fishman Island. But he has a relationship with a fish woman. And then they have a kid, and then they have a kid, and the next thing you know, we're down where Luffy is, where Vander Decken the Ninth exists, right? So it was a lot of hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know that fishmen exist basically as holy knights. We have two of them possibly, with Killingham and Joffrey, what's her name? I forgot her name.
I know what oh my god, I forgot.
Mafi.
Mafi.
Yeah, Mafi. Yeah. So I was thinking to myself, how crazy would it be if Emu took possession of him the same way he did Harold and destroyed his crew because he decided to leave the Holy Knights, or tried to. So Emu punished him. And you know why? It's because it said that the devil punished Vander Decken. The same way the devil apparently punished Davy.
You know why I like this too? Because Shamrock and Shanks were willing to be recruited into the Holy Knight faction, right? And same thing with them trying to recruit Loki now. So it's like, even if you're just the offspring of somebody who is in this, we'll still value you enough to bring you into the fold. So if Mafi and Killingham are these descendants of the first Vander Decken who was a Holy Knight, like, it could just be over time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of like that. It's out there, but I like it a little bit. You think you got Dami Reversi then? Like, or
I think he was actually a Holy Knight who had like a
mark,
like a covenant.
Covenant.
Yeah.
Hey man, I was not expecting that when you said you had a mini theory. That's different. I like it though. Why you ain't like go in on it?
I don't know. I think
there might be more.
I didn't think there was enough to make a video out of it.
Do you think I have time for what I was gonna do?
How many super chats we have? And you tell me, bro. How long is it? If it's too long, then possibly not.
It's this.
Well, what is it?
It's an analysis.
It's an analysis.
Is it the thing you recalled?
The Roger Rocks one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to add something, bring it up to you, something I kept on forgetting.
All right.
But
I'm going to do it. This is break week. All right. I'm going to try to be quick. But it's something I noticed when I was doing some rereads of the last couple chapters. And I kind of compared Rox and Roger's passings. And I saw some parallels. So, all right. Goldie Roger and Rox D. Zebek are two of the greatest pirates of all time. But everything about their lives, relationships, and deaths forms a perfect set of inverses. There are two faces of bygone pirate eras, shaped by opposite fates and remembered in opposite ways. Let's examine the hidden inverse parallels of the passing of these two great pirates. Roger became a global icon, the Pirate King remembered by the world, honored by history, and the spark of the great pirate era. Rox, on the other hand, became a forbidden shadow. His name hidden, his deeds buried, and his memory outlawed by the world government. One was immortalized, the other erased. Roger died smiling, fully in control of his own fate. He orchestrated every step. He turned himself in, he chose Logtown, and designed the final message that would ignite the world. Rox died in despair and confusion, stripped of the control of his final moments, and reduced to a puppet under Emu's Dami Reversi, unable to understand why everything crumbled. Roger authored his end. Rox suffered at his. Roger died in Logtown, in East Blue, the weakest sea that births the strongest legends. Rox died in God Valley, West Blue, a taboo island erased from all records, considered too dangerous to be left alone. Opposite oceans, opposite symbolism, opposite destinies. Roger's execution was a worldwide spectacle. His death was seen by thousands and felt by millions, sending a shockwave that transformed the era. Rox's death was witnessed by only those who defeated him. No broader message, no broader world, no era sparked. Only silence. Roger left a treasure and a prophecy, a beacon leading to the Laugh-Tale, Joy Boy, and the next great dawn. Rox left nothing behind. His body sank into the abyss, Davy Jones' locker, leaving no roadmap, no treasure, and no final words. One passed on a dream, the other vanished into myth. And interestingly, these inverse parallels extend to their children. Ace inherited Roger's heart and heroism, but not his ambition to become the Pirate King. Blackbeard inherited Rox's hunger for domination, but none of his principle, empathy, or humanity. Ace is the heroic son who rejects the crown, teaches the tyrant son who pursues it without restraint. Another inverse parallel appears when we examine their sons' relationships in comparison to theirs. Ace and Blackbeard started out as allies and crewmates on Whitebeard's ship and became mortal enemies whose clash reshaped the world. Roger and Rox started out as bitter rivals and enemies, but ended with Roger being one of the only men who could help Rox in his torment, even hearing his silent cry for help through the voice of all things. Ace and Teach from allies to enemies, Roger and Rox from enemies to a strange understanding. Perfect inverses. In conclusion, Rox and Roger are two of the greatest pirates of all time, but their lives form a perfect mirror of opposites. One smiled at death, one died in despair. One chose his fate, one lost control of it. One was remembered, one was erased. One left a will, one left a void. One left behind a heroic son, the other left behind a tyrant. One sparked the dawn, one was consumed by darkness. They started on opposite ends of the ocean as enemies and rivals They started on opposite ends of the ocean as enemies and rivals and ended with genuine concern and understanding. Two legends, two opposites, one world shaped by both. I think you should be able to.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
It was the West Blue, East Blue thing that kind of sparked all of it. I was like, there's no way that had to be intentional by Oda. And then we kind of talked a lot about like we always argue about Rox not being remembered and stuff. And I'm like, yo, Roger's the polar opposite. Like everything about him is this. And like Larry's been, Rox is like what he was trying to do was just different. Like he made a different impact, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, I just see it. Like I'm seeing the differences and how they ended up passing away and stuff. So I don't know. I wanted to put that out.
No, it was good, bro. I liked it.
I messed up a couple times reading it, so my bad.
It's all right, bro. You can't always have trophies.
I even when you were saying it again, I thought of like I was gonna bring up to you. I thought of when you brought up the children. I thought it was interesting that you even look at it how Ace is interacting with Roger's enemies and allies, and how Blackbeard's doing the same thing. Like in a way, Ace almost befriends every single one.
Yeah.
Well, Blackbeard actually makes an enemy almost as every single one. I was going to bring that up and I kept on forgetting.
That's actually a good addition too. Yeah, it's going to be a good video, so we're definitely going to chop it up.
We'll see. All right, I have another one, but I don't have time for that one, and I haven't fleshed it out fully. But it's Doflamingo Foreshadow Emu, and it's not done yet. I gotta keep working on it. But that one y'all will find pretty interesting. It's like he's the herald of Emu or whatever. Like, It's a lot. There's a lot in there. Like I was doing some real digging on that when I had some time the other day. I was like,
it's
hold
definitely
up,
there.
Yo, bruh.
Are you gonna add some Manel stuff in there too, or not?
I wasn't, but the reason why is because like when I was reading back some chapters, I noticed something, and like I was gonna say it for the video, but I guess I'll just do a little teaser here. The first time we see Emu, like for real, I think anyway, Doflamingo's on the pages like just seconds before it. Like when Emu walks into the chamber to the giant hat, Doflamingo is speaking from Impel Down, like, oh, they tried to send an assassin to take me out because I know the forbidden treasure, blah blah blah. Yeah. And Emu's like, then we transitioned right to Emu. And then, like, before Emu became a thing, like, Doflamingo was controlling the world or whatever, and, like, he gets taken out, and then Emu starts playing a bigger role in this thing after Doflamingo's removed from the So I'm going to tie it all together, and obviously, like, there's some of their abilities coincide a little bit, but I'll chop it all up to get it right, because I had the same thought processes about the Roger Rox parallel stuff that I have with the Emu Doflamingo one. And one is going to be real interesting. I'll tell you when I get out there. I want to save it for the actual video that we do. But yeah, man. That's it. We got some super chats, so we'll read those now.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, we got 11 months at Nakama status from King Peasant. It says rarely got a baddie next to him saying Roger's name. His best friend, man. His best friend.
And he's listening to the Vegapunk speech, which is talking about Roger.
Best friend, bro. There's no reason not to be doing that. Another 5, Canadian from Alex. It says, Larry, what are you doing? What are you going to do when Usopp breaks the Dami reverse?
Yo.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
You said when too? That's crazy. That's not.
I'm not gonna lie. That might be a Larry drop.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
We might see Larry quit the pod that day.
Bro, I almost dropped it before. Like
That'd
2
be
episodes
tough.
ago.
That'll be tough. Another 5 from Reggie J. My bad, I took forever. I fixed Discord pick issues and added Seb and Larry in the Discord. Yo, you did not at me. My name is not Sebastian on Discord. I saw that. I looked at it until you said that. That was not me. You added somebody else. You did add Larry, but Larry don't be in the Discord like that. But I saw the picture, what you were talking about. We were able to see it in the episode, so thank you. I don't have any strong theory or anything on what you sent us. Mm-hmm. But in general, like, Larry said it's the sun or sundial. I don't know.
It was a sun at first. I didn't see that one.
There's like...
It's like a pentagram on his eye.
It's like a pentagram on his eye, yeah. I don't have any, like, take on it, but it's something.
I don't have any take on that part specifically.
Definitely intentional by the animators in some way. I don't know. I don't think Oda did all that in the manga, but we'll see. We got another 2 from Reggie J. Y'all boys need a raise with a laughing emoji.
You're giving it us.
Like this, yeah, you would be giving it right now. Oh, thank you. It's another 2 from Reggie J. But what of his heart? Oh my god. It's. But that's what he was quoting. I'm of the belief that's what he was quoting.
And one of his heart.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he was quoting. Another 5 from Big Meatball Ovio. I don't know. Above all, sorry. Do you think it's actually the ropes giving Joy Boy hockey? And what would have happened if Kid put his hockey in that rope? What?
Nope to both.
What?
Just no to both.
How would the rope be giving Joy Boy hockey?
Yo, the rope is alive, yo.
It said living things, okay?
I don't
have hockey.
He said he put the rope. He actively said
it.
I'm putting my hockey into this rope, bro. Store that. You're gonna need it later.
He told Emmett he could shoot ropes later.
Come on.
And I don't even know if Kid.
What's wrong with you, bro?
And also, he's saying that Kid's gonna put hockey into in the rope. I don't think Kid knows how to do either of those things.
I can't. I don't know what that's about, bro. Yeah. Another 2 from Josie Dirts. If Joy Boy's a giant, is the hat at the Holy Land his?
Could be.
I would assume so. Yeah. Another 10 from Namudin. In the past, Earth had high volume of volcanoes. When erupted, broke land up into continents. Could Uranus be created to stop/destroy the volcanoes, but Imu used it to flood and break up the world? So, I don't know if it was Imu's intention to flood the world. Mm-hmm. I think it's like an offshoot or a repercussion of him using the ancient weapons too much. Mm-hmm. But that's just kind of my view.
We also have continent pullers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there might have been some continents being broken up already, but trying to be moved around. Because that Onigashima is still a humongous, I would assume, super ancient giant. So the world was definitely bigger than I think, in my opinion.
Another 2 from Justin Anderson. Joy Boy Hockey split the sky itself. # crazy work. Yeah, it did do that.
It definitely did. Yeah.
And another 7 months at Warlord status from Beats by DJ. Yo, y'all just got in here. Law, how many animals do you take upstate? What? TD Larry, how many packs of ramen did you throw my guy a little CGI looking peek ASAP? Y'all stupid as hell. That's all the super chats, man. That's all the super chats. Sorry again, y'all, for having to split up the streams like this. I'm glad we were able to get it back running.
Yeah.
Like this stream too. Even if you like the other stream, please like both streams if possible.
Yeah.
It just helps. Yeah,
on Spotify, it would be just one episode. I'm gonna create that, so you don't have to worry about that. Also, I wanted to read you guys the official what Brooke said about Vander Decken, because that's where the story comes from.
Mm-hmm.
But it's supposed to come from Papagoo, and I can't find that. Because I know Papagoo is the one that speaks about it. Guys, can you show me what
chapter Vander Decken
chapter that was? Because I swear I thought that Papagoo was the one that was talking about Vander Decken.
And it makes sense he's a fishman.
Yeah, because I don't want to give you guys I don't want to talk about it, because I'm looking at it now and I can't find it. It says, Brooke speaks about the legend, Papagoo explains the legend is exaggerated, and then I know that there was something different about it though, but whatever. But I'll just read you what Brooke said, right? So Brooke says that the Vander Decken ship doesn't belong in this world. It's hundreds of years old. One stormy night, a pirate captain suddenly went mad and threw his crew overboard. He drowned them all and cursed at the gods. His name was Captain Vander Decken, and his ship was the Flying Dutchman. To punish him, the gods decreed that he should roam the seas for all eternity. And then we go to something that Papagoo says, and Papagoo goes, legends always grow with time. That crazy Captain Vander Decken did exist, but he ended up on Fishman Island and passed away here. The ship you probably saw is probably the legendary Flying Dutchman, all right, but its current captain is a descendant of that criminal. And then we go to the current Vander Decken, and he goes, when he finally saw Shirahoshi use her ability for the first time, he goes, long ago, a mermaid princess had the uncanny ability to control Neptunians. That legend was what lured the first Vander Decken down to the seafloor. So if he was a holy knight, and he acted as like a hybrid pirate / holy knight like Shanks does, right? For the time being before he disconnects from them. It would then speak that maybe Emu was trying to figure out if he could send a holy knight down to Fishman Island to see if this Shirahoshi existed. And Vander Decken was so like in love with finding like this new power, or probably trying to be the next Emu. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. I don't have real pushback.
And then,
I just don't.
You know what I'm saying? And then Emu found out like this was his goal the whole entire time. So Emu was like, "Yo, F you." Took his crew, slaughtered everybody, and then left him to roam the seas by himself. Disconnected.
That's my thing. Would he? Seemingly, when Emu wants you up out of here, you get out of here. Except for Sabo that one time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Would he allow for that with Vander Decken?
He allowed for it with Doflamingo. You know what I'm saying? And Doflamingo was trying to come back. He was going after immortality himself.
Mm.
So he goes, yo, be out of here. So he has this whole like crocodile thing where he's like, yo, I gotta go get an ancient weapon in order to compete. So he goes down to Fishman Island after he kills his entire crew. I'm telling you, bro. Yo, it might hold up, dog. Yo, it might hold up, bro.
We'll see. This type of stuff, I wonder if we're ever gonna get like the background of this, or is it gonna be lost in lore? Like, this
it's gonna be lost.
Is it?
It's gonna be lost until we start getting the last names of Maffy, because Killingham we already got.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see what Maffy. If Maffy's real name is like their names are Maffy, then whatever. But it doesn't mean that there can't be other fishmen that exist as holy knights that just don't ever get shown.
You see, Larry, this is why it's important that you go through each person's name in the bloodline.
Oh my
so
god!
That you can
I just
so stupid.
Oh man! Right, yeah, that's all super chats. So.
Or what if Fishman, because I brought this up before. There's like 6 families or 7 families missing from the 20 Alliance for the Ancient Kingdom. Not the Ancient Kingdom, the Ancient Alliance, right? I brought this up before. What if like one of those families came from Fishman Island? They erased their name and then the Neptunes took over. And they've been reigning since. Because they don't really know the previous Poseidon's name. They never said it. They don't really mention any of the history there either.
Yeah.
They don't even know what the Noah is for.
Isn't it Poseidon? Am I tripping? But I thought
No, the name of Poseidon had a name, like Shirahoshi has a name, and she's Poseidon. They don't ever talk about the ancient lore.
I don't know why I thought the name was just also Poseidon.
No.
And like it was like the same way it's like, yo, this is the next Joy Boy. It's like, yo, you the next Poseidon, even though that's just my name.
And you know what kind of like makes this ring a little bit more true is that Elbaf themselves don't know the past, and they have a 3,000 year like structure on their island, and they can't read the Harley text. So what if there was an ancient king from Elbaf too that sided with them, and they just lost them over time or something like? I don't know, bro. But I feel like the Fishmen should know more, because they don't even know why the Noah happens to exist. They just know that the denizens. So denizens are just inhabitants of that area, or like residents of that area. But it never says like they're from Fishman Island. Mm-hmm. They use the word specifically denizens that created the Noah. So it's like,
and honestly,
how do you not know?
There's a few things that I don't understand with the Noah thing.
Because the Herald portion too, Herald only knows about all that stuff because of the poneglyph.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything else. All right, but anyway, keep going.
No, I was going to say, no, the add on to what you're saying. Because to me, the promise, I want to know exactly what the promise that Jobei made to them. Because to me, they're fishermen. They don't need the Noah to go to the surface. Mm-hmm. So what's the purpose of Noah?
Well,
what's lost
that's
in
a
translation?
lot of swimming, bro.
They're fishermen. That's fishermen.
Yo, Lawrence.
No, but let's think for Jinbei. That's
a lot.
But for Jinbei makes that commute. It's easy for him to do it.
Hold on, question: Did King Cobra know what the poneglyphs said inside of the? I forgot what it's called under the pyramid. Like the combs. Do you remember?
Did he know what the poneglyph said?
Yeah.
He knew what it was about. He didn't know what it actually said.
He didn't know what it said, right?
Or am I tripping? Robin gave him the false story. But I'm trying to remember if King Cobra had actual knowledge of that false story.
I was just asking because I remember the Shandorians on Jaya, they didn't know why they were protecting the poneglyph. Mm-hmm. They didn't know what it said. They just knew that they had to protect it. So it's like it's showing that through these lost centuries, the generations slowly lost the meaning of what was entitled to them, like what their history has meant, like their history itself. The history of all those kingdoms kind of have been erased. Except like even Old Wano. I don't think nobody really knows that Old Wano exists except for Kaido and Sukiyaki.
Well, I guess Yamato would know. Or not. Like, do you think Odin knew about Old Wano? Probably, right?
He knew. I think he.
Like, do you think he knew before he went to with the Roger?
I don't think he knew before he. I think he knew after he came back from.
You think he went to check it out?
Yeah, I think he went to check it out for sure.
Mm.
Do you think during the voice entry, Imu just happened to go to all these countries and kill all their kings and just take away all their history? And that was the void century?
Yo, kingless century. You got a king? You got a king in your country?
No,
not somebody?
No. I'm serious. Do you think that happened?
Not in the way you just said it.
Yo, I've seen babies be massacred on a global scale just off the chance that Roger had a kid. Why wouldn't he do it to the history of kingdoms that opposed them?
And then, for example, because he had kings take over for them the ones that they left, right? Mm-hmm. So he did that and then placed I mean, no, they're not.
No, they're not allies, but just the independent countries.
Independent.
Like anybody who wasn't down with the set gotta go. You know, because there's a lot more than 20 kingdoms, right? Like
there was affiliated nations, but the world government didn't exist yet, so it was just 20 of them.
So here's
but after they formed,
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Before the flooding, we don't know what the makeup of the world was. It might have just been 21 kingdoms. You know what I'm saying? Ancient kingdom and then 20 other kingdoms that have all these.
No, that's impossible.
Is it?
We don't. You know what I'm saying? Are you considering the Great Kingdom amassing like Zunisha and Zo?
Yeah, assuming
Elbaf,
that like one kingdom had a lot of together.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's like the United States.
Yeah.
All right, it's a country, but a different. All right.
Yeah, but then it's like, okay, everyone else is just part of these large land masses that just have kingdoms.
It was like Biggie versus Tupac. East Coast, West Coast.
Hey, man. Set tripping?
Did we say that giant continent that sunk is the ancient kingdom? Did we say that already?
Like Pangea?
Well,
it could have been.
It's Pangea's castle.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's called.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro. I think we're a lot closer than we thinking we are, bro. I'm serious, bro.
I think we just spitballing, but it's not like it's not at nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's something.
All right, we gotta go.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
But listen, guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. If you want to watch this entirely in one video, it'll be on Spotify much later today. I have to put those together. But sorry for all the tech diff issues, and I'm glad. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun, so I'm really glad to be a part of this episode today. So shout out to Marv. Thank you, Marv, for everything. Also, we will be having our call-in stream tomorrow, 5:15 p.m. Eastern time, and then on Friday is our top 30. So we resetting the router, we resetting the computer, we resetting the building, we resetting everything, bro. We making sure everything good. So expect greatness when it happens. All right. So my name is Larry.
Law, Lionel,
Seb,
and this is TOPT. Jana.